Namaste children. So in the previous class, we were discussing with the chapter, spreadsheet and introduction, and we also discussed with the definition for a spreadsheet, features and the advantages of a spreadsheet. As I told you, spreadsheet is mainly used for calculation purpose. So today we look into the components of spreadsheet. So this is very important because before working with any application, we are supposed to know the components of that particular application. As you have learned MS Word, Paint, the components. Similarly, we need to know the components of a spreadsheet. So let us begin with the first component, the title bar. So this title bar is the topmost bar in any application which displays the file name. So as we could see, the file name here is referred to as untitled 1. Why it is untitled 1? Because this particular file is still not saved. So by default, it is displaying as untitled 1, and that is the title bar. Below the title bar, we have a menu bar. So in menu bar, we could see many tabs: file, edit, view, insert, format, and so on. Just below the title bar, we have the menu bar. Below menu bar, we have the standard toolbar where we have different options and a set of tools to work with the applications, and it is also called as the ribbon. Below the standard bar, we have the formatting toolbar. As you're all aware, if I want to make any text bold or italic, underline, or if I want to change the font size, font style, so I could use the tools available in the formatting toolbar. Below the formatting toolbar, we have one more component, the main component, that's the formula bar. So this is the place where I can type my formula in spreadsheet. As I told you, spreadsheet is mainly used for calculation purpose. If I want to calculate using the formula, so we need to type in the formula bar. So this is the formula bar where I will type the formulas. So next, as you could see, we have the row headers and the column headers. Can you observe A, B, C, D, E, F, the letters, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the numbers? Why these letters and numbers are here? First, before going to the column headers and row headers, you need to know basically a difference between a column and a row. So a column is a vertical sets of cells. Please make a note of this, children. A column is a vertical set of cells, and every column has its own alphabet for identification, like A, B, C, D. Similarly, row is a horizontal set of cells, and every row has its own number to identify, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So make sure the vertical set of cells is column and horizontal set of cells is rows. So that's why it is given the name column headers and row headers. So next, as you could see, the sheet tabs. I have sheet 1, 2 and 3. So these different sheets are under the name called sheet tab. So you can ask me, but there are only 3 sheets in this particular spreadsheet. No, I can add as many sheets I want. If I go to insert and if I click on new sheet, I'll get sheet 4. So similarly, I can add all put together, and it has grouped below the sheet tabs. And the last bar, the status bar, as you're all aware, status bar is available in all the applications, and it is a thin bar at the bottom of the window, and also it will give you an instant help once you start you're working in spreadsheet. So that's the last component in any window. Apart from this, I could see here 2 more components, the active cell and the active cell reference, which is also called as the name box. So the arrow which is pointed towards this option is called as the name box, and the active cell. What do you mean by active cell? What is a cell first? So cell will form with the intersection of a row and a column. As I told you, row are the horizontal set of cells and column is the vertical set of cells. The intersection of a row and a column will form a cell. Please make a note of this definition for a cell. The intersection of a row and a column will form a cell. So as we can see, this particular option, which is with a thick border here, black border, so that is the active cell. Now how can I identify active cell? So there will be a row number and a column name. column letter. So here it is A and column is 1. So I could easily make sure the active cell is A1. Okay, so that's how we can identify the active cell. So in the next classes, we will learn how to identify the active cells. So these are and the active cell, whichever the active cell, that will be displayed in the name box with the cell number A1. So these are the different components of the spreadsheet, and also you will be able to, you will be learning how to identify the cells and an active cell. And also I would like to introduce to one more key term, that is range of cells. So as I told you, cell is formed with the intersection of a row and a column. What is this range of cells then? So range of cells is a group of continuous cells that forms an rectangular area. So if I select from A to F, the columns, and row from 1 to 6, so I could see A1 to F6 has my range of cells, and it should be adjacent to each other. I can't select these cells alternatively. Those are not range of cells. It should be in the same adjacent cells that form a rectangular shape will consider as a range of cells. So these are the different components of a spreadsheet. In the next class, you will be learning with an example for an active cell and for the range of cells, and how to insert a sheet tab and how to type a simple formula in the formula bar. And I would like to add what are the types of data we can enter into an Excel. So we can enter 3 different types of data: numbers, text, and one more, formulas. So as you all know, you have worked with Microsoft Word. In Word, you can type text, and also you can insert pictures, you can enter numbers, everything. But in spreadsheet, I can enter a formula using the formula bar. So these are the components of spreadsheet, children. So next class, we will discuss in detail for an active cell and for the range of cells, and also how to insert a new sheet and simple formulas. Okay, please make a note of all these keywords, and we will continue in the next class. Thank you and namaste, children.